September 8th. Actually, I didn't really pay attention to the date. But I guess September 6th, September 8th, it's only like, yeah, only 2 days after the actual death, I guess, of the victim. Amnesia? I can't believe my lawyer is trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir? I'm sorry, I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a real strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head a little. A magic kick should be all you need. No. I think I'll pass on that one. Come on! I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you could fill me in on a few things? Of course! I'd be honored to! Well, I guess we'll start with my name, and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So my name is Phoenix Wright? What a weird name. Naruhodo Ryuchi? This is serious, really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back, and maybe it'll help. This is a business card? I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay. There's some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. Oh, business card? Also my phone number in the back? Why do I have my phone number on the back? I guess, well, I don't know. Usually on a business card, you would actually, have your number there, but maybe... Or maybe, he gave the cell phone number to her specifically because the phone number in the card will only call the office, not his actual cell phone, maybe. I guess for now, we should stop talking about me and start talking about this whole case. This case? Yep, can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with the cell phone, but... Oh, cell phone? Oh yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir. Oh, hurry up then and tell me, this might be very important. Okay, Roger! It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. Blue Badger. All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Yeah, it's a very, very, very familiar ringtone, isn't it? Is it the same phone right here? Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Oh, you can call me Maggie. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. So where is this phone you found now? I gave it to you yesterday. Huh? To me? Is that the phone in my pocket? You mean this? Do you think it has anything to do with the murder? I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up, like an anime character, ah, you were here all along! Who's yelling? Oh, Maya! Maya, hey, you're back! You're so mean, Hidoi! I called you a million times but you wouldn't pick up. When I went to check in the courtroom, everyone had already left. Ah, now who in the heck is this cute waifu? Let me guess, I'm supposed to know this girl too. Hey, good morning, Maggie. And a good morning to you, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Oh? What if I said that everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya to the rescue of this ultra-decisive, super important evidence. Here you are, Nick, the thing you want me to bring. Huh? Oh, thanks. What the heck is this, a list? Has to be about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. It was kinda tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. It looks like these guys are up to no good. No good? As in... Well, there's a group of con artists that the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group. Con artists? Why would a group of con artists pop up in this case like this? In a case like this? I can't really, zoom in and see actually. But oh, don't look at me. Where'd you get this list from in the first place? What? Don't you remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday. Oh, is that right? Well, these numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found. So that's where they're from. You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be forgetful old prune like you. Maya, actually, Mr. Wright is...
Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defender and return to the courtroom immediately.
Oh, oops. Guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Wish us luck.
I guess I have all the pieces now, more or less. All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not gonna lose this, I can't.
Come on, Nick. Better get a move on.
Yeah.
Thanks, Maya.
Too bad I don't know who you are right now. Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor.
But before I do, if I might say a few words.
What is it, Mr. Payne?
It's about the next witness.
He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I asked the court might be a little lenient on...
There's no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please.
Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls his next witness a drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. Please state your name for the court, your witness.
Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something.
Oh, alright, go ahead.
Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk.
Did I?
But I would not stand for that. Now you tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Sure, I suppose calling me a university student with the bound to show that the duty was a dead reading as the most highest top quality card, but the other man looking with the top notch unbeatable university, don't you see? I'm writing the selection, I was clearing my thought. I couldn't keep up. Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I'll be more careful from now on.
What is he? A human chatterbox?
I have to question him.
Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course, university. First rates only need apply.
I went to university. All I got was a big old loan. Anyway, glasses, but you aren't wearing glasses. That's enough. Your name, witness.
Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down. I see how you work now. You old people, your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong.
Goddamn millennials. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Oh, man.
I forgive you. Alright, I suppose I can tell you my name. I'm Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso with a PhD in drifting, as it were.
Nani? Kansai drifter?
If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit.
Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were strolling through the park, correct?
It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But remind you that I am in no way a prepubescent boy, out on a walk with mommy. If you must know, I'm...
Anyway, please testify to this court what you saw when you walked through the park.
See, you said it again. Taking a walk. You know you.
What you witness will do, Mr. Wellington.
I was in the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up. There I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of a pretty defendant there.
The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer.
Banana?
That was certainly a decisive testimony.
Decisive? Nick, did you hear what he just said?
Oh yeah.
That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm?
It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear.
Maybe it's because I believe in my client.
You mean Maggie?
Yes, and if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying.
You may not question the witness, Mr. Wright.
I'll find out the truth no matter how well you craft your lies. So you were at the park all afternoon. You seem to have a lot of free time.
That was very rude of you, but then again, what can I expect? That's what you get from a man who graduated from a no-name trashy university.
No name? Trashy?
Now, this might be hard for a mush-headed, feeble-minded baboon like you, but I have to think very carefully about the future of a great country.
But I thought you said you were thinking about which college to go just now.
Oh, please! Which university I go to will directly affect the very future of this country.
That extrovert, arrogant little snot. I do believe it was past 6 p.m. How old is he anyway? Can we see? Richard Wellington? Yeah, he's 22, I guess. Oh, Maya's question mark age. I don't remember who she is, but I get a feeling I know her. It's the same age as Maggie, I guess. Well, how did you know that what time it was? I see you're not wearing a watch, so...
Is that the best you can do? Do you think you can discredit me like that? You're just a third-rate, biased fool. I guess I can't expect real smarts from you. A third-rate duelist and a fourth-rate deck.
His arrogance is really intolerable. What should I do now? Well, answer the question. How do you know what time it was?
Tisk or
what do you like? You go like that. You click your tongue.
I can't believe I have to deal with a worm like you. You're just a shallow man who always slam on desks and point at people for fun. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll try to explain it so that even a third-rate simpleton like you can understand. There was this little thing they call a clock at the park. Did you get that? Do you know what a clock is? It's a thing that tells you the time. As you can see, Mr. Wright, it's even this picture of the crime scene.
Oh, so it is.
I look at that clock and that's how I knew the time. But if you ask me, this whole concept and this total other nonsense, for this person doesn't live by, nor is it to wear a watch, whatever the listen, no shit, feel free without considering that's how life should be.
You know, it's funny, I imagine most people don't wear watches anymore in this, in 2019, I feel like, because everyone has phones now, so they look at their phone for the time. I have a watch, though, because I'm a little old-fashioned. Anyway. Another flood of meaningless words. Talk about a first-class waste of time. Because I don't know, because I like to wear, like, a digital watch, because, I mean, I do have a phone, but I don't want, like, you know, like, I have it in my pocket. I want to, like, you know, grab my pocket, take out the phone, like, you know, look at the phone, like, turn it on, look at the phone, you know. I don't know, it's not that much of a waste of time, but I feel like just having the watch there on your hand, I feel like it's just much easier. I don't know. And also, like, I personally also like being punctual as well, so I like being knowing the time at all times, you know? Anyway. And how did you know he was a police officer?
You obviously have no idea how powerful my deductive reasoning skills are. With one glance, I could tell just what kind of occupation he held. That shoddy, do-it-yourself hairstyle practically screams officer. Those cheap, low-quality shoes, I suppose it was wearing the officer's uniform. Okay. Shouldn't that statement come first? Wow, that's pretty impressive. Hey, Nick, do you think he's figured out what I do? Or figured out what I do, rather? Well, even I haven't figured out that yet. Yeah, well, yeah, we don't know. We lost our memories. Without a thought, I looked up and saw Maggie Bird. Are you sure you got a good look at her face? Animals have this thing called an eye, Mr. Wright. They use this eye to see things. In the case of humans, we have two of them. Yes, even you. I don't care if I have them or not. Did you or did you not get a clear look at her face? That's what the witness was just about to get to. I would like to request that Mr. Wright not use such a loud voice during questioning. Sustained. Mr. Wright, please refrain from raising your voice in this court. He does it all the time, though. Everyone's yelling objections and everything. Well, please don't make me have to raise my voice. Are you finished? I'd like to continue if that's alright with you. Smug rich bastard. Of course, I remember it was that pretty defendant there, okay. So you're sure you're not mistaken? Please, don't confuse your pitiful train wreck of a life with mine. I'm what you call a famous brand name product, while you are only a cheap imitation. There's only one way, or there's no way someone as magnificent as myself would have made a mistake. Of course, of course. Oh, ho, of course. Did you know there's anything else of interest, witness? A banana. Banana? Banunu? Banana? Banana. Well, there's actually more than just one. More like a bunch of bananas. Now, what would a bunch of bananas be doing there? And why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw. That's really strange. Maggie never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. Well, that's it, Nick. He's gotta be lying about the bananas. He could be, but there's no reason for him to lie about there being bananas at the crime scene. And what if it's not a lie? Well, maybe he thought he was seeing one thing and it was something else? If he mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, then that would be an inaccuracy. Think, Phoenix, think. If my client is innocent, there's no way he could have seen what he says he did. Which means if we can somehow show he's lying, yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. She's right. She's got a sharp mind, but I just wish I could remember who she is. Is everything okay, Nick? You see, you've been replaced by this other girl called Emma. Well, actually, I think, yeah, Emma actually went to Europe, actually, so she's not around anymore. Let's see, banana. 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 Banana? Banana. I mean, what do I show? I mean, this looks like a banana, but I don't know if that's a contradiction. I feel like maybe I should show this to show that there is no bananas in the crime scene, you know? Where's the banana? Where's the banana? It's either this or that, I'm not sure. Okay, well, I'm gonna show this because what I'm trying to say, I want to give my reasons every time I try to, like, you know, present evidence and everything, but it's to say that there is no banana, right? Wellington, why did you see a banana? It doesn't look like there's a banana. Or maybe there is, I don't know. Well, let's see. Ah, darn it! It's wrong. Penalty! This is what happens. That happens in Phoenix Wright, where, you know, you can't... Your own, like, personal explanation sometimes it doesn't jive with the game, you know, what they're trying to say. So maybe you are supposed to show this first. I don't know. Sometimes maybe it's too obvious. I think that it's too obvious. Maybe it's wrong. I don't know. But yeah, maybe you are supposed to show that. But I don't know. It's like in Phoenix Wright, you're supposed to point out contradiction, right? How does the glove say that he's lying? I guess what I'm trying to say is that there is no banana, you know. But anyway, Mr. Wellington, I believe you have the bananas you saw right here. I believe I have the bananas. So you know about the bananas too. Why did you say so earlier? But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. That's where you'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Isn't that the baseball glove? Huh? What? A baseball glove? Well, doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's
That's not... It's no! Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness loves bananas! He loves large bananas! Nick? I hope you've noticed the icy glares we're getting from everyone in here. What do you mean? Have you know I like strawberries much better than bananas? Whoops. Think it over one more time, try it again, Mr. Wright. Okay. It's bad eyesight. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Why are you asking me about this all of a sudden? Your Honor, it's a very simple mistake to glove or a bunch of bananas. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people, yes, you know what I mean. You're like one of those people who refuse to accept Galileo. You still wait to realize the number of possibilities. Sure, in the end, you find out the fact that it was not bananas, so maybe you can find it this moment enough to doubt you, don't you? That's why I asked how bad your eyesight is. They're both 2200. I suppose you're gonna tell me that's terrible, right? Why are you not wearing your glasses today, then? That's because I lost them recently, you see. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But, you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so replace them. How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing glasses then? How about it, witness? You are an unrelenting evil man. You're like one of those people read Joan of Arc. No, Jean of Arc. You know, she's like a... What is it? I think she's a 5-star ruler in Fate Grand Order. Which boils down to you not wearing your glasses at that time. Therefore, was it, well, Joan d'Arc, Jean d'Arc? I think it's the same person. Anyway, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness. But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path. Witness? Please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime. The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. They must have had a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away. Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that that girl is the murderer. Look at his shocked face. You may question the witness now, Mr. Wright. What happened? What happened? She ran away, just like that? Yes, she did. She saw me and flew to nest like a guilty bird she is. I guess that's the pun. She's a bird. Maggie Bird. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone who can only get a third-rate education? Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get. Well, anyway, if she ran away the instant she saw you, how could you tell it was my client? The witness already answered that question. He has stated the defendant is the culprit. This is true, Mr. Wright. I'm striking your question from the record. How can I get more information out of him? Call the police. Immediately, as in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might elapse before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen. Or didn't I teach you that at your pitiful school? You think people learn about how to call the police in college? Hey, Nick, I think you should take a good look at the court record for a sec. Maya? Court record? Yeah, he died at 6:28 p.m. Yet he said he called the police at 6:45? That makes no sense. How do you know what time it was?
The detective told me. You know which one I mean. The one with the jacket that makes him look like a dropout from no-name high school.
Hey pal, I graduated from a pretty good, top-ranked college. I don't believe this.
It doesn't matter. I don't believe I was mistaken what time I called. And if I'm wrong, then that detective obviously doesn't know how to tell time.
What? Why you're just some lousy kiddo.
I think the court can see your point. Anyway, how did the police respond? They must have a lot of free time, because they shot within 10 minutes.
So you're saying that there were police on the scene by 7 o'clock p.m.?
They got there before that, I think. There usually aren't many people in that area at that time of the day. But suddenly, before I knew it, there were people crawling all over, gawking. It certainly says something about the morals of the people in this country.
I can't find anything out of the ordinary in his testimony. Take a look at the court record? Yeah, I guess so. Called at 6:45, yet the autopsy says 6:28. I'm not sure which sentence I'm supposed to present the evidence on, but like, you know, this one's like immediately, and that one's like 6:45. You know, it's like both of these sentences are like connected. I wish I could like, you know, present evidence on both. But I think maybe this one, right? Immediately? And yeah, it says here is 28, right? 6:28. You didn't call him immediately. Oh, Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this?
You mean the victim's autopsy report?
According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m.
So what of it?
You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There's clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap. The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed. 15 minutes is hardly what you would call dazed. No.
Mr. Wellington.
Yes?
Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes?
Answer the question. Telephone, I mean... Spit it out. I was searching for a phone booth.
A phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone?
You and your questions. As if you're trying to open all the layers of Matryoshka doll. Just like you're really something special.
Witness.
I lost my cell phone there. Are you happy?
You lost it. Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone. You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings.
What? What are you saying for certain people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you ever heard the old genius of a strange quirk or two? Rationale of my career, I'm a genius, not an example, plain and simple, like people understand.
He's like old bag.
Enough.
Oh man.
Wait, hold on a second. He lost his cell phone.
Nick, that cell phone, could it be?
You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way. Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Mr. Wellington, where's your cell phone right now?
What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused.
I found my phone, I'll have you know. See, here it is.
Oh, I see.
Looks like he got his phone. And I thought that just maybe this was his.
Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by a search for a phone booth. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright?
What do you mean you had to look for a booth? It's right here, isn't it? Or... Unless... I don't know, unless something happened to that phone booth in particular? Well, Your Honor, the witness's testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you! You can't just make outrageous claims like that! You do have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. Alright, let's have this proof then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth. Again, it's, well, it's not this one. It's the other one. This one, right? A phone booth's right there, and it seems like the light is working, so I don't think it's, like, broken. There's no, like, you know, power outage or anything. I remember, like, in the first case we did, in the first game, there was something about, like, a power outage, and therefore someone, they couldn't, like, use a phone or something like that. But this doesn't look like that's the case right here, so... Well, it's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. At the crime scene photo. Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. So if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something's wrong with you. No! It's a phone booth. That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why do you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Order, order. Was that reporting the crime a little late proof of the defense? The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw a suspicion on his testimony. Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said she was gonna return it to him. So there's no reason for him to kill him, for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. So if he wasn't looking for his cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else? Was he? Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes? Well, there's only one possible explanation. He's messing with the body, maybe. I don't know. Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, before warned that your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I probably should have said anything, that there was only one possibility. Please present to the court the piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why did the witness call the police right away? Again, I mean, messing with the body, maybe he wrote that message. Assuming that the victim didn't write the message, you know, who did? There's only one other person there, it was this guy right here, so... Maybe not? I guess it's wrong. Perhaps. No. Darn it! Getting penalized in the tutorial. Oh no. Why didn't he call the police right away? Why didn't the witness call right away? Well, I mean, here's another theory. What was he doing there in the first place? He got a call from the owner, right? Assuming this is his cell phone, maybe he was looking for it first? You know? Something like that? That's what I'm going to assume. Nope, that's wrong too. What? What am I supposed to show? Wow, I'm dying on the tutorial, the first level of the second game anyway. Why did the witness call the police right away? Because, I don't know. He was stealing this baseball glove. List of con artists and a phone number stored in a cell phone. Again, assuming... I don't know, maybe I'm jumping the gun again, but... Assuming that this cell phone belonged to Mr. Wellington, maybe he was searching for this? For a list of con artists and there's phone numbers? I don't know. Either that or... Again, we're trying to say that he was messing with the body. By showing this photo. I'm gonna show this, I guess. Unless I can show a profile? Maybe not. Wow. Am I just gonna choose every single evidence until I get it right? I kinda don't get what they're getting at. I mean, we've pretty much like, process of elimination here. Already presented the cell phone, already presented crime photo 2, already presented the names list. Business card probably not relevant. Glove, maybe this photo, maybe. Glasses. Well, actually, yeah, maybe he was looking for something. Maybe he was looking for his glasses? I mean, we did hear that he was nearsighted, right? Maybe he was looking for his glasses. Okay, so he was looking for that. Okay, I mixed it up, I guess. I was just convinced that he was looking for the phone. I didn't realize he was looking for something else. His glasses as well. Oops. I kind of like conflated those two things together. Well, Mr. Wellington. What? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Where did you find... I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. Those glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? Order. Now wait a second, hold on! I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin and Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that's why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Mr. Wright, are you indicting the witness as the real murderer again? You've been doing this for like 5 cases already. Of course, that is precisely what I'm doing. I know I'm right. I'm Phoenix Wright. He's the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now's our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah! This is so exciting! Watching you work again. Somehow my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order. Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being a murderer. Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This didn't ring out of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer. Why? That's easy. For example, there's the name the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot can read that, right? But we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggey, and the victim is left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But, wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would he know the person Maggie or Maggie?
That is a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Birds before this trial. Oh, I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? There has to be. It would be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn. The defendant's name was Maggie. Now, will the defense please present his case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name? It was right here, because someone called her, right? And he asked, "What's your name?" And she said, "Maggie," right? Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why, how did you... Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with... Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Beep. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? I'm going around. Give it back. Alright, didn't catch her name. You can call me Maggie. Maggie. That was when you learned her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is M-A-G-G-E-Y, but the name that was written on the ground was M-A-G-G-I-E. This is a mistake that could only occur if you only knew how her name sounded. Order. But, Your Honor, the witness had no motive. And your point is? It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, can you explain what motive this witness could have had? It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but... Now then, please present to this court proof that the witness had a motive. Well, I mean, again, I jumped the gun, but I think it's this. Because he's not trying to steal the phone itself, but what was inside the phone, what was Phoenix trying to get in the first place, you know, was this list. So, there you go. Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artists group. What? Con artists? Can you explain why these numbers are on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrage, invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers on the person's phone is worse crime than murder. You're one of those people. You're just like when the cops are raiding the barely artists. They're up to Jesus. Where it was dialogue with the gospel. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell what this list is all about. You think any of you would know what's like to be a refined man such as me? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have a numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Well, isn't that obvious? The witness... I mean, looking into the group, I mean, probably not. Because why would he kill for that? Because if he was just like a neutral party, you know, then he would simply... he would simply, like, ask for the phone itself, like, without killing anyone. Is he a victim? Maybe if he was being blackmailed, you know, but there's no real conclusive evidence about that, so it can only mean that he's a member, right? And if he's connected to a bunch of con artists, well, that looks bad for him, doesn't it? Maybe enough for him to kill someone. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. No!
All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on his phone. If anyone were to look at these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That's why you had to kill.
No, this is so much.
That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain?
I
got you now.
that police officer. Your Honor.
What is it, Mr. Payne?
Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness.
You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago.
Please, let's think about the content of the phone call.
Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can beat it and give this back. Yay.
The defendant has already promised that she will return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Bird and get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone?
That is a valid point. What does the defense think about this? If you think about it logically, then it would make sense. Then maybe we should try thinking outside the box. Oh gee, thanks Maya and Mia, and everyone keeps telling me to think outside the box. Just think outside the box. That's how you win. Okay. Maybe that slime ball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner.
But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant?
Well, I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Well then, Mr. Wright, what was this something that didn't agree with the witness? Well, I don't think it's any of these. You know, I'm thinking, why did he call, when he called the cell phone, who did he hear? He called Maggie, right? Assuming like it's a woman. And if he saw Maggie, then yeah, then she would just give him the phone and he would be on his way. But what did he see? No, what did he see? Well, he saw Dustin Prince. And well, he didn't know Maggie was a policewoman, but he also didn't know Dustin was also a police guy, right? So he was like, wait, a police officer? Uh-oh. He's like, uh-oh. What Mr. Welting saw was the victim.
The victim? You mean Dustin Prince?
Dustin Prince has gone on his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh. The girl that picked up a phone is with a policewoman. Or with a policeman, or something like that, I don't know. What do you say? There's no log. Anyway, he could have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I don't do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible that he had already run a check on the phone. And he went into a panic, is what you're saying? Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. A cop killer, huh? You're not gonna have a fun time in jail, buddy. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments?
I'm thinking...
It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are...
Impressive! Not bad for a person with a third-rate education.
What's that supposed to mean?
The evidence! Evidence! This guy's really creeping me out. Oh, you've been waving around and talking about a suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number, this, if everything's concrete with that, they're all on the phone. Who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence?
You want proof that this phone is yours?
I already told you earlier. The phone I lost, I've already found it. You don't even have the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to, but you can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? It feels good to see you squirm.
We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that is meaningless as evidence. Your Honor. Oh, this is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. This cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. It's gotta be. Maybe. Fingerprints? Or numbers? We already looked at the stored numbers, right? Fingerprints? I got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on his phone. Nick, don't you remember? Where you got that from Maggie, you wiped it off. Wait, what? You said there was sand all over it, so... Wiped it? Why, I wiped it? Pretty thoroughly, too. Back to being smug. It's oh so much fun watching a third-rate trash babble like morons amongst themselves. Or trash babble, rather. I don't know why I call him bubble. Babble. Babble. He's made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see. Oh, and incidentally, you can't check numbers stored in this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You've got to be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington. What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh, you're too much. And of course, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my... Now I remember! Yeah, in the beginning. We had that phone in the beginning. Looks like they hung up. Oh, good. I finally found it. I'm gonna hit you with this fire extinguisher. Ba-bang. So that's when... Try to kill us too. What a dastardly bastard. What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's gonna get off scot-free. I know this phone has to be his. But how am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. It looks like you came up a penny short. Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself, you're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who I am? The court hereby concludes the cross-examination. If that will be all, I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at the ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town. Well, thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go like that? No. Please wait, Your Honor. Alright, Nick. I think I might be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more inane questions. You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor. Very well, but this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. Only get one shot at this. If you cannot prove everything, it's over for your client and for you. Do you fully understand? Yes, Your Honor. I'm sure you are aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has already ended. We're paying attention, Mr. Payne. I said that Mr. Wright can present only one more piece of evidence. Oh. Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. It all comes down to this. It's go time.
Please present the one piece of evidence that will explain everything. Isn't that like... Isn't that a big question? A big ask, I guess. Well, not really a question, but like a big demand, I guess. What will explain everything? I guess we don't have this phone. I guess he took it from us. We only have like a picture of the phone. So how do we prove that the phone belongs to him? I mean, I feel like I don't know. I feel like the game doesn't really tell us. But it says right here, I handwrote my cell phone number on the back. I mean, again, why would he do that though? Why would Phoenix write a cell phone number on the back? I feel like this is a leap. Maybe this is why Justice for All, the second game in the Phoenix Wright series, I guess this is why people don't like it as much. Because I guess they jumped the logic thing a bit. You know, what do you call it? Like, you know, jumping the shark or whatever it is. Jumping the moon, jumping over the moon. I don't know. Is that an idiom? I don't know. But I feel like if you had to write a cell phone number, it would probably be the cell phone for this, right? And this is what the culprit has right now in his hands. If we call that number, it'll prove that it belongs to him. Maybe. Maybe? Maybe? Unless I'm completely wrong. Because there's otherwise, I don't think there's any way to prove that the phone belongs to him. The only thing that we can prove it with is something that related to a phone. We can't just show this. This makes no sense because, look, it's a cell phone. We already said that, you know, we can't prove that it's his in particular. And we can't show the names of this because he already erased everything. So we can't prove that this list is related to the phone he has right now. So I feel like, I don't know, this is what you need to present? Unless I'm wrong. Unless I'm jumping the shark. I feel like the game is jumping the shark. Why, thank you. How nice. Here, please, I wouldn't mind. Business card. Oh, is that wrong, actually? Wait, what am I doing? This isn't time to exchange business cards, Your Honor. Well, there's something very important about that card, and that is the back of the card. The card is important because of what it's on the back. You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but... well, that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Huh? Right now? But the court is still in session. It's okay, you'll see. Okay, if you say so. Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? We're going to call my cell phone now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things to... What? Why is my phone? What is this stupid sounding ringtone? Oh, wait. I guess that is really my phone. He took my phone. I thought he took his own phone, but he took my phone. Oh, Mr. Wellington. How strange. I can almost swear that you're holding my phone. Your... No. It can't... By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further except to say... when you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. Oh, well, I guess he kills himself. On the stand. So that's what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He's a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. In order to hide his involvement with the car narcissist group, he has become paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgments. Then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding... yeah, it's Mr. Wellington's, naturally. And speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He was arrested but taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty. Hooray. I'm still a little bit confused about that, though. I guess, yeah, we have this, I don't know. Again, justice for all. They're jumping the gun a little bit. Jumping the logic a little bit, because, like, how do we know that he mistakenly took our phone instead? I guess it's because, I don't know, maybe I was confused as well. Because I thought, when he said that he got his phone already, that he did take his phone. Like, the one we have in our court record was just a picture, not the actual phone. You know, this is why Phoenix Wright games, they're pretty, like, confusing sometimes, because sometimes, you know, the things we have in our court record, sometimes they're just pictures of the evidence and not the actual evidence, you know? And obviously we have, like, actual photos, but sometimes, for example, we may not have these actual glasses in our, like, actual, like, physical inventory. Sometimes we just have like, a picture of the glasses. I don't know, something like that. Well, anyway. I knew that the review would shine through eventually. I'm so moved what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. And it's probably because of me. Huh? My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from a 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or never tied a game of tic-tac-toe. My life has never been nothing but a string of disasters. That is pretty bad. Up until I went to college, I was known as Goddess of Misfortune. And then, at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless. What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch on to those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. Oh, that's right. You were talking about this earlier. It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand and... Before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Wait, what? Oh. I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. Oh, that's not true. That club didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything's all my fault. Dustin's deaf, your head being all messed up. Oh, well, I don't think my head is that all messed up yet. I'm gonna find a new life for myself starting now. Next time we meet, I'm sure I'll find a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir. Well, yeah, after all, the goddess misfortune is only a name. You bet. I'm gonna make it, I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person, instead of a goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit. Positive thinking. Well, Mrs. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks. You take care of yourselves, too. What a horrible day. I've got my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So this might sound bad, but who are you? What? I thought you said you got your memory back. Guess not. At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe. He's someone I have clashes with in the past during certain cases. He's also been a good ally during others. The judge. He's a lovable, kind old man who's easily swayed by other people's opinions. I don't know, does that make him a good judge though? But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. This person, I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaken me for someone else? Oh, he's just forgettable, I guess. And this girl... Maya? Oh, you finally remembered. Oh, this is Maya Fey, my assistant. Oh, that's right. I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example... After Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me. Ah, well... Yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh? Well, I'm back now. So it's time for us to create new memories together. Alright, sounds good.
All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. I guess I have to start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick, let's go to our usual burger joint. And what she means by that is ramen, by the way. Okay. Actually, it hasn't been long since you came back to my life. And that story began on one rainy afternoon, 2 months ago. Right, Lost Turnabout. The end. First case of the second game is now completed. Again, I don't know, I just feel a little bit unsatisfied. I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm just very dumb, but I got a little bit confused there about the whole phone thing. Even though I technically did it correctly, I wasn't even exactly sure what I was trying to prove. But anyway, let's see. Well, let's see if the other cases are. I don't know. Gonna do that as well. Leaps of logic and whatnot. Yeah, that was the phrase I was trying to think of. Leaps of logic. Leaps of logic. I was trying to remember that phrase. It seems like the second game does that a lot. But let's see.